Oh man, it is it's a beautiful Monday. I don't know what day you guys will see this, but today is a very, very good day. We got the rear end in for the car, and I've kind of been hinting at what we got, kind of been hiding it maybe a little bit, being a grudge car with it, but I just kind of wanted to leave some anticipation with it. But a lot of people have already kind of guessed what it is. If you guys kind of know the route I'm trying to go with the car, you kind of already guessed what it is. So we do have it in the back of the truck right now. Just got delivered from FedEx Freight, and actually this isn't even all of it, but most of it is back there. So since I'm the only one that's home right now, I've got to actually disassemble the crate and get some of it out so that I can take it to the back shop, because I can't take this whole thing by myself, unfortunately.
I wake up, flex on down that check. No drip is wet, tell them run it on. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell them run it on.
Alright guys, so I got it out of the crate. This is like a, besides not showing you what comes out of the crate, this is like a true unboxing. Usually I get super excited, I end up opening everything, and then I start filming, but I'm gonna do a true unboxing with you guys. This is, well, let's just open it first. That'll kind of explain itself, and I'll kind of go into why we did what we did, and you'll get to see exactly what it is.
I wake up, flex on down that check. No drip is wet, tell them run it on. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell them run it on. I wake up, flex on down that check. No drip is wet.
Package number one opened up. Let's open the other boxes and then we'll kind of go over it all. And behind box number two is a extra large t-shirt. Sweet. Let's open this guy up. Always love a good free t-shirt when you spend, you know, tons of money. I'll take a free t-shirt. It's an expensive t-shirt though, I'll tell you that. T-shirt action. Set this somewhere where you guys can see what I'm doing. So everyone wants unboxing videos. I don't know why. I don't know why. Ooh, that's nice stuff. One last box from this package. Ow, I hate these things. I hate peanuts in shipping and in real life. Not a peanut fan. Mostly shipping. Alright guys, so here is the full 9-inch conversion kit for my S550 Mustang. Now, the reason why, I don't even know. I just want to go fast. There's no reason. I just want to go fast. This is how you go fast. So, a lot of people are going crazy fast on these IRS cars. It's insane. But what I'm trying to do I want to go stupid fast. No, really, I want to be able to cut low teen 60 foots, like 110s, 111, 112, 113, somewhere around there, and even have the possibility of going 1.0s. I don't think my car is light enough to go 1.0s, but low 110s, 60 foot in this car consistently. That is the biggest thing, is consistency in racing, and I think this 9-inch conversion is what's going to get me there. Now, I've only been 1.20 60 foots in my IRS car, but I did have a stock diff, so I didn't try and push it too crazy. Lund has been like 119, 118. There's a few other S550s been 118s. I think someone's been a 117. It was a Whipple car, but that's great and all, but that's only on perfect prep, private rentals. It's just not consistent, doesn't do it all the time. The adjustability just isn't there to get the car to do it all the time. Plus, with my setup, I was only running a 15 by 9.33. This allows me to run a lot wider wheel, more contact patch on the ground. Now you can get the AED knuckles, but those are $2,500. And even then you're limited to a certain style of wheel. You can run a 15 by 12, but it has to be a certain spec wheel. So this rear end conversion allows me to do that. So here's where I was at, okay? If you guys want to know what I was thinking. This is how my brain thinks. If I want to upgrade my rear end to a 9-inch IRS style system from G-Force or DSS, with getting a pro gear, like a nice strange pro gear in there, it ends up being $8,000 to $9,000. That's without the AED knuckles and being able to put wider wheels on there. So this conversion kit is literally the same price, and I get a lot nicer products with it. So I don't know if I'm gonna lose weight. I was kind of hoping I would lose weight, but you know, I did get strange 40 spline gun drilled axles in this housing that'll go in this housing. I got an aluminum strange center section, which is their lighter center section, but it's a big deal. And then obviously all the parts you gotta put with it. So for me, as long as I don't gain any weight in the car, I'll be happy. I don't necessarily think I'll lose weight. Originally, I thought I would lose weight by kicking all the IRS out, but there's a lot of pieces that go with this system, and the strange 40 spline axles are pretty heavy. So we'll kind of see in the end. I'm hoping I just don't gain any weight. But really the biggest deal was the price is literally about the same, and this is a way more consistent setup. I don't have to worry about breaking half shafts all the time. I don't have to worry about breaking the rear diff. Obviously this stuff is all breakable. We're freaking drag racing, stuff breaks, but this stuff is a lot stronger than an IRS system. Now I'm not saying IRS is bad, it's just, it's for newer cars. People are still figuring it out. I've been decently fast on it, but for me it's consistency, and the price was about the same, and I want to be able to go anywhere and be able to hook up and go fast and not have to deal with IRS issues. So, and then on that fact, you know, a half shafts for IRS is like $1,600 to $1,800, and people still break those, even the upgraded ones. So replacing those all the time, not a fun deal. That's kind of the same deal why I went with the transmission that I went with versus a 10R80. To replace parts in a Powerglide or a Turbo 400, it's cheaper than replacing parts in a 10R80. It's easier to do. The parts are more readily available because everyone runs Powerglides and Turbo 400s. So that's my reasoning. If you guys are with it or without it, I don't really care, because it's my car and that's what I want to do with my car. So for the people that are still around and want to go stupid fast, let's get into what we got. So we got, this is a TRZ 9-inch conversion kit for an S550 Mustang. I did not work a deal with TRZ. Nothing against them, nothing against me. They just didn't think or didn't want to work with me, so I literally reached out to them, see if they wanted to work with the car for next year. They didn't really want to offer any discounts, which is okay. That's literally okay. That's totally fine by me, because guess what? I've paid full price for this and I'm still really happy. Their customer service over there, like I said, I'm not working with them. I'm not sponsored, but Todd at TRZ was freaking amazing to work with. I did have some help from Oscar Moran from Shrek Motorsports, and then Ariel Salinas. I don't know if you guys know those guys, but they've got some really fast Mustangs in Houston, and they have a car that has a similar setup, so they helped me spec it out. But Todd at TRZ, like I said, I'm not sponsored, I'm not working with them, but he was actually really awesome to work with. So anyways, this is their full hand-tigged chromoly 9-inch conversion. So I think these are 3.5-inch tubes. 9-inch. It's going to take an aluminum Strange center section, which is not here yet. That's coming with, so Strange center section should be here this week, along with the Strange brakes. Billet ends, obviously tons of adjustability. Got the anti-roll bar. We've got to build the bracket for that goes across to the frame rails. And probably the coolest thing about this is this bar right here. So this bar, these tabs right here, let me show you. They literally bolt in right here where the stock, this would be where I had my BMR cradle lockouts bolt into. So what's cool is that bracket, those bolt in right to your IRS, so that helps you locate the axle, because then you got your lower and upper control arms that come off of that, and that'll help locate the axle. So what you do is you bolt these in, and then you weld around them, obviously build some supports, weld around it, and then this will be fully welded to the car. Upper and lower control arms will come off of there, and obviously will hook to the top and the bottom of the 9-inch. And then this bar will go in between the two frame rails in the back. They send you literally everything for that to build the brackets for it. But this will weld in between that, and that'll be the anti-roll bar support. And obviously the anti-roll bar attached to that. Got the upper and lower control arms there in the bag still. And then the only thing we have to build is the crossbar for the coilover kit. So we got AFCO shocks, got the coils for them in there. It's all spec'd out by Todd at TRZ, based off of the weight of the car and really what I'm trying to do with the car. So let's see, hold on. Oh man, stuff's hard to open. You got a camera in your hand. So just the coils right there for the AFCO shocks. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple when you think about it. But I think the coolest thing is that bar that they came up with, because it bolts into the stock IRS location, and that kind of helps you locate everything, and then you got to build it all from there. So that is that. Yeah. So we're waiting on the Strange center section to come in, Strange brakes. Just got to get the car over to Joe's so we can start figuring out how we're going to get this in there. Obviously, first thing we'll do is drop all the IRS out of the car, bolt that guy in, weld it up, and then kind of mock up the actual axle itself. Get the bar in there for the anti-roll bar, and then we got to figure out where the bar is going to go for the coilovers to mount to, and then we got to make some bracketry for that they actually send. Just got to make some, or weld some tabs for it. But it's a really complete system. Pretty much probably any chassis shop or experienced performance shop could probably handle the install. Streetcar Joe and myself are going to take this on, and I am super, super excited about this, for it to go in this car. It's just going to take my car to that next level. Now, like I said, I really don't think we're going to lose any weight. Unfortunately, it's highly possible that we might gain some weight, but the consistency of the rear end, you know, not breaking parts as much, which we could still break parts, but it's going to be less likely to break parts. We can go a lot faster to the 60 foot. We can throw a lot more power at it, and we can definitely be way more consistent. Now, obviously, this is totally new to me. It's not meant for this car technically, so it's going to take some time, obviously, once we get to the track to figure it all out. But once we can get it figured out, we can get some adjustments depending on like the track conditions, and I'll kind of know where to adjust everything. So that's the good thing though, is there's a ton more adjustability, but the learning curve is that much larger. But you know, all that stuff takes time, and that's why I started ordering all these parts, you know, 2 months ago, because the next big race that we have is TX2K, and there is a lot of changes going on before TX2K. We've got the rear end. You guys have already seen the video on the transmission that came in, and then we still got to build a whole new turbo kit for the front. We got to get the motor back in, and so yeah, we've got our work cut out for us for this year, but I'm super, super excited to go this route with this car. Now, a lot of people, especially on Facebook, YouTube is, I don't even know, I think Facebook sometimes is worse than YouTube, but a lot of people are like, why did you not just buy an S197? Why did you not just buy a Fox body? Blah, 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 blah. If you don't know, I had a Hellcat before, okay? I traded in my Hellcat. I had trouble selling the Hellcat for what it was worth, and at the time, dealerships were buying used Hellcats for really good money. I couldn't find any S197s that were priced accordingly. I don't know why, but people at the dealerships, because I was trading in my Hellcat, so I needed to buy a car from the dealership. You know, they obviously give you cash offers, but they're not usually as good when you're gonna trade in a vehicle. So they gave me a really good deal on my Hellcat. And I was originally looking at S197s because I wanted the straight axle. It's a little bit lighter. It'd have been perfect for what I was gonna do. But man, the prices on the S197s were kind of ridiculous through the dealerships. And sometimes they do that because they push you to buy a newer car. But I ended up going out of state to a different dealer who offered me even more money for the Hellcat. And they had this car there. It was a 2018 10-speed Mustang. It was the Orange Fury. I freaking fell in love with the color. It was a base model GT, so it was exactly what I wanted because I knew I was going to turbo it. I knew I was going to tear a bunch of stuff out of it. So literally, that's exactly what I wanted, was a base model GT, lower miles on it, only had like 13,000 miles on it, and it was perfect, and the price on it was freaking awesome. It was like, I think it's 27 or 28 grand. Like, it was such a good deal for the car. Obviously, now you could probably get them a little cheaper, but this was almost 2.5 years ago. So this was the perfect car for me that I could get at the time. And now I fell in love with the car. Like, I love the newer body style. Trust me, I love Fox bodies. I'm gonna have a Fox body here pretty soon, I'm sure, within the next year or two. I love Fox bodies. They're lighter. You don't have to switch to a straight axle. They already come with one. They're lighter. So, you know, some of the things I've had to do to my car just to get it down to 3,600 pounds, you wouldn't have to do to these other cars, and they're already sub 3,000. So, but this is the platform that I chose. I love the freaking newer body style. I love it, I love it, I love it. It's so cool going out to the track with a newer body style car and being a faster car out there. So I love the S550 platform. I really love the 2018s, and it's my car. So sorry about your luck. But yeah, a lot of people will tell me to buy an S197. A lot of people tell me to buy a Fox body, and I just love this freaking car. It's pretty crazy. Huge shout out to my buddy Matt over in Canada, Billet Pro Shop, sending me this banner. I run a ton of Billet Pro Shop products. Matt also has the tie shop, which is where I get all my titanium bolts, and then he also has BL Fab with Cy Lee, where they sell the turbo kits and all that good stuff. So make sure you guys check out Billet Pro Shop. They have really cool stuff for the Coyotes, and yeah, that's where I get all my really cool products for the Coyotes, all the machine stuff I get. But anyways, that's the TRZ 9-inch kit for my S550, and I am so excited to get this in the car, and I can't wait to show you guys the new wheels I ordered. You guys know how well the wheels are to get, though. It'll be like probably 2 or 3 months, so that'll probably be the last thing we're waiting on is wheels. I'll have my freaking motor back by the time the freaking wheels come in, but that's the TRZ 9-inch. I'm super excited to get it in. We're gonna be headed over to Streetcar Joe's soon. We've got the rear end now. We've got the transmission now. The motor's being worked on. I have all the turbo kit stuff here. We are ready to freaking go, people. So really, if you guys are kind of looking forward to the build series, essentially the rear end is first because it does require some custom fab work, and we've never done one. So if we run into any issues, we want to get that knocked out first. And so that's what we're gonna do first, get the rear end in, figure all that out, finish it, get it sitting on the ground, and then hopefully by that time the motor will be back. We can drop the motor in, figure out how we're gonna do the new turbo kit, finish the turbo kit, drop the trans in, put the car back together, and go do some testing, hopefully by mid-January, maybe early February. It is already the second week of December, or first week of December, really. So we've got a lot of work ahead of us, and I'm pretty excited to take you guys along for this build. But we're gonna try and go some fast times this year. I don't know how fast, but we're gonna go fast. And really, we're gonna be competitive. So the car was already pretty competitive, but you know, everyone is literally upgrading all the time. It's really hard to keep up with these damn people. They're going so damn fast these days. It's too easy. So we gotta stay one step ahead. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram, David Van Voorst, if you want to see. I usually upload like pictures and videos there first before YouTube. So if you guys want to see some behind the scenes stuff, or if you want to see some stuff before it comes to YouTube, go check it out there. I will see you guys on the next one.